Hi everyone, it is Lindsay from Rented Homestead. Sorry, I can't speak today. Anyway, it's Lindsay here from Rented Space Homesteading. I really can't do it, can I? It's Lindsay here from Rented Space Homestead. Now, I am today going to use my ginger bug that I got the recipe from the lovely Rachel at Bush Edge Homesteading. She is another Australian YouTuber, and if you haven't checked her out already, I suggest you do. She's amazing. She's got so many great little videos to use your products and produce that you grow, and best yet, you know, soft drink is one of those things that I think all of us probably struggle a little bit to give up at first, but these drinks are a great way to do that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to give you the actual recipe per se. To make the ginger bug, basically you add equal parts of, you have water, you add equal parts of fresh ginger and just a fine sugar, so caster sugar, that's what I was using. And then you feed it every day, and then it ferments, and I don't know if you can really see, but there are bubbles up here, and hear that fizz? So that is it fermenting. Okay, so you can now tell that that's popped. This is just one of my normal lids on my Kilner jars, so I've just been using that, and obviously as I feed it, I've been burping it every day. So it is nice and ready to use. For the full recipe and exactly how to go step by step, do head over to Rachel's channel at Bush Edge Homesteading, and she will talk you through it. She will tell you how to start off with your ginger bug. She will tell you the proper recipe to follow to make each of the different drinks. I'm just going to do it today in a quick video to show you, but again, for the full instruction, I do want you to go to her channel, because that's where I got the recipe from, and I want you to know that that's where it come from. And obviously share the love, like she's there sharing her videos and giving us that knowledge, and so I've been following it with her, and I'm really excited to be doing this. So obviously, besides my ginger bug, I do have a fine sieve, I have my measuring jug, and I do have these bottles from, these ones are just from Kmart. They're like $1.10 or $1.50 each, I can't remember exactly. And then this is actually a glass soda water bottle that when myself and a girlfriend went away on a girls' weekend without the hubbies and kids, we went to a really nice wine bar for lunch, and we got soda water in this, and I thought the bottle was absolutely gorgeous. And I said, what do you do with the bottles? And they're like, oh, we just throw them out. I was like, no you're not, I'm taking it home with me. And at first I wasn't really sure. I just thought, oh, when I make up my own soda water, I can use that. But I'm actually going to put some ginger beer in here. Now, there are different recipes. So there is ginger beer, you can make it with strawberries, you can make it with raspberries. I'm going to try it. I didn't see a recipe for it, but I'm going to do a lemon ginger, because I love lemon ginger kombucha. So I figure this is a bit like the same. I'm going to try and whack some of my fresh, I don't have many lemons that have really ripened yet, but I've got a few, so I'm going to do that. And so I might do some raspberry. I'll probably do 2 raspberries. I'm going to do maybe 1 strawberry and 1 or 2 of the lemon ginger, because the lemon ginger is the one that I'm really looking forward to. My husband will love the raspberry, and I think my youngest daughter, and as of yesterday, is the only child still living at home. Mum is a little heartbroken, but she will like the strawberry, I think, and I think she might actually also like the lemon ginger, but she's not a big raspberry drink fan, but she might like this better, so we'll see. It'll be, but if I can get my my husband and myself really, and my youngest daughter off a soft drink, I'm going to be pretty happy. I do want to make some homemade lemonade as well, but at this stage I don't think I have enough ripe lemons to do that, so we'll have to see. But yeah, that's going to be something I'll obviously be doing as well. She actually, like, my youngest likes the homemade lemonade, so that is probably something that I will really pick up again now that lemons are back in season. The other thing I do want to do in the future, actually, which is something I only realised recently, is that you can can your fresh orange and fresh lemon juices. Obviously fresh lime juice as well. I just don't have a lime tree. So I'm going to, once I get enough like really fresh fruit, I'm going to start canning my orange and lemon juices so that I have shelf stable right through the year. I have 3 orange trees that are prolific at growing fruit. My lemon's struggling a little bit, and to be honest, it's quite close to the dam, and I feel that the amount of rain we've had the last 9 months has probably hindered a little bit. Any kind of nutrients that's probably around in the soil is probably realistically washed away. And then because it's sort of on the downhill into the dam, I'd say it's just washed straight into that dam. So the dam's probably got really nice, fresh, really good nutrients in it that we don't want, but the soil probably doesn't. So I will be doing some repair to the soil around so that even when it rains, it comes up, my lemon tree can get it. If any of you have any recommendations of the best things to feed my lemon tree to get her back to where she should be, I would really, really appreciate it. I know I can use Osmocote, and when I first got here, that is what I used because it's a slow release, and the trees were pretty sickly when I got here, so I really did smash them a bit more with the commercial, which I don't want to be doing, but I needed to pump in some real good nutrients. The grass was pretty dead too, so I was, you know, feeding the soil as much as I could with as best I could to really get it going so that it would not all wash into the dam. So again, if you have any tips and tricks for me, that would be great. I really, really would appreciate it. Leave comments in below. Okay, so let's get into let's get into the making of the ginger beer. So I'm just going to lower the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've just adjusted the camera for you. So I have my sieve on top of my jar, and I'm just going to start pouring in the ginger bug. Now, you need 1/2 cup per recipe, so I might not actually have enough here to do 2 or 3. I may have to do some today and some another day, but we'll see how we go. Now, keep what's in here, that can go back in the jar and we can keep using that. Okay. We can re-establish the ginger bug, which again, if you want to know how to do that, do go check Rachel's channel out at Bush Edge Homesteading, because she does tell you how to do it. So I'm just going to squeeze out as much as I can, really get that flavour in there. Okay. She also does tell you how to revive a neglected ginger bug, so I really like that. You know, you can sort of put it back in the fridge and keep that for another time. Alright, so, and of course my lines have all disappeared pretty much, but I think I have about 1.5 cups there, so I should be able to get a little bit at least done. Okay, I will measure it properly afterwards. I just wanted to make sure that I had enough before I started going. Okay, so now that we've done that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pot, sugar and water. Now I have tank water. Rachel is very specific here with this. Do not use water straight from the tap if you are on town water or, you know, city water. The reason why is because we're trying to ferment this. If you use your water straight from a tap that has been put through with the you know, chloride and all that, that's going to kill the good bacteria that we are wanting to grow. Okay, so what you need to do is, I have a filter. I have a Stefani water purifier. I call her Gwen. She's my best friend in the kitchen. Well, one of my best friends in the kitchen. So I will be using that, but to be honest, I don't really have to, because I am on tank water. Okay, so and I know, obviously, if I was in a drought, where we were, like where we are, if we were in the drought and I know I'm buying water, I would then do that, like purify my water. Apparently you can leave it on the bench for 24 hours and all of that stuff's meant to dissipate, but I'm not sure on how that works. So probably best to either buy filtered water or if you have a water filter, then you can use that. A lot of, especially newer houses, now have built-in water filters on your sink and everything. So if you have that, then that would, I'm assuming, as long as the level of your filter is okay, that should work. But again, I would maybe just err on the side of caution and use a, maybe sit it on the bench for an hour, like a couple of hours, to ensure that everything is out of it. All right, so I'm going to get my water, like I said, tank water, and I will also get a pot and some sugar. I'm just going to adjust the camera height slightly for you. Okay, so I do, now the recipe calls for 2 litres of water. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So give me 1 second. Okay, so in the pot I have 2 litres of water. Then I need to also add 1 cup of sugar. And my caster sugar's a little bit lumpy today. I've just got a 1/2 cup here, so I'll get 2 of those. Okay, so there's my 2 cups. I mean my 2 1/2 cups, sorry. I'm going to put my sugar over here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the raspberry one first. So what I'm doing is I've got my 2 litres of water, my cup of sugar. I'm going to put in some raspberries. Now I'm using frozen because that's what I have. But obviously if you've got fresh, you can use that as well, Rachel. So I'm just putting in my fruit. Now you can apparently alternate it slightly with fruit depending on your tastes. I haven't made it before, so I'm going to follow the recipe exactly as it is, and then I can alter it the next time I make it. Just add a little bit extra so I can just make sure it's all out of there. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, well, maybe you can't see, but in the pot there is the raspberries, the sugar and the water. So I'm going to put it on the stove and I'm going to simmer this and the sugar and water fruit mixture until all the sugar has dissolved, and that it kind of imparts the fruit into the water, you know, so you get that flavor. And then I'm going to let it cool to a lukewarm temperature, and then I will add the ginger bug, and then I'm going to bottle it up. So I will do that, and then we have done the raspberry one, so I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I have let it cool down. I pulled all the fruit out. You can see I sort of squished it. I still have a bit of extra juice. Might try and, there we go. Okay, so that's just the puree. I'm going to put that into my compost pile. Now I've put it into 2 jugs. Once I sort of separated into here with the sieve, got rid of the fruit, and then I put it back in the pot, added my 1/2 cup of ginger bug juice, and then I've mixed it around and put it back into these, and I'm going to actually put it into my bottles now. Now these bottles, you can sort of see the bit of steam. I have sanitized them with boiling water, and that's just the residual steam. So because I know I'm going to make a mess, I have one of my stained tea towels underneath, and I'm going to see which, right, so, and the funnel, you probably can't see, and the funnel on top. Okay, so I am going to sort of put the camera down a little bit so that you can more see the lovely colour of this. Now it is still warm, okay, but it's lukewarm, like looks like it's actually warmer than it is, but I promise it's not. So that's one bottle done. Actually made a lot less mess with that one than I thought I would. Let's see if I can be as successful with this one. Okay. And I'm going to actually, by the look of it, get a bit more than what I thought I would. Put a little bit more in there. I want to make sure that there is enough room so that it won't be too. So I may actually just pour what's left into a third one, and might just make this today. There we go. So I think what I'm going to do is just pour some more of these ones so I've got a little bit more headroom. Just to ensure that it definitely doesn't get too much, and I figure this one's obviously going to have a bigger headspace anyway, so might as well ensure it's safe. Okay, so now I will just put my lids on. And I'm going to leave them on the bench so that I remember to check them every day. I do have to burp these because they are a fermented drink. They will bubble. Do pay attention because they can explode-ish. Okay, so basically every day I'll just come and burp them. I may even do it twice a day depending on what it looks like. We are going into winter, like it's the end of, well, it's mid-May here. I'll put the camera back up now. It's mid-May here, so it is quite cool, but I will be starting the fire soon, so temperature does vary how fast it will ferment. But again, for the entire recipe from start to finish and all the different flavors, head over, watch Rachel on Bush Edge Homesteading, and you'll find lots of other great videos as well, but her fermented series is what she's sort of working on at the moment, and there's some great recipes there. So thank you for joining me, and I will in a few days I'll show you the end result of what it looks like, but it will probably be in another video. So thank you for all your help and time today, and I will see you again soon. Bye.